Let me switch gears and ask you about the Facebook situation, Congressman, because this mining controversy seems to get bigger and worse. The stock this morning of Facebook, let's take a look. It is just flat on the session so far, down 2%, continuing the sell-off. Facebook officials could meet with aides from the House Judiciary Committee as soon as today, and CEO Mark Zuckerberg is expected to address his staff on Friday. This comes after it was revealed that Cambridge Analytica allegedly misused private information for more than 50 million Facebook users during the 2016 elections. Fox News is reporting that President Obama's 2012 campaign is also being scrutinized for mining Facebook's user data to reach likely voters. Congressman, what can you do as a lawmaker in terms of getting your arms around this? We know that these companies have more power than they ever have and more information about Americans than they ever have.
Well, so, Maria, I'm on the Telecommunications Subcommittee on Energy and Commerce, so we have jurisdiction over this part of it. We'll be holding hearings. There's no two ways about it. But the irony here is a lot of Americans are okay with what we would call these edge providers, whether it's Google or Facebook or Amazon, knowing something about you so they can give you recommendations. A lot of Americans are fine with that, and a lot are not. The problem is right now is in many cases no one's asking your permission. You sign some agreement online that says I agree to whatever the thing says that I didn't read, and the next thing you know, they're mining your data. They're watching what you do, what you're interested in, and taking from that what your propensity would be to vote Republican, vote Democrat. Then you're going to get hit with those advertisements. We say Big Brother's watching. In this case, it's not Big Brother. It's these providers like Facebook.
Yeah.
So we do need to have the hearings and decide, is there legislation that we should be working on?
What would be the legislation? What could you actually do?
Well, we could make it not unlike the banking and other things, whether it's a mortgage document or something along those lines. Make it much more apparent, and it could be an opt-out instead of an opt-in, or opt-in instead of an opt-out. Like, do you want, check this box, not just bury it in the minutia of a, 16-page document.
Because the other side of the argument is that we willingly give certain information to Facebook and Twitter.
Right.
So at what point, I get it. It's not okay to sell our data to for third-party use, but is it okay for them to use it internally on their own as they wish?
The irony of all of this is when we took what we called net neutrality under Tom Wheeler, the head of the FCC, and we reversed that, Ajit Pai, the head of the FCC, and said, we're going to give it back to the Federal Trade Commission where it belongs, and the whole country went crazy. The net neutrality rules that we talked about never covered what we call these edge providers, Google, Facebook, and other providers. It was about the ISPs. So this is an indication of how faulty that legislation was, passed under Obama, with Tom Wheeler just trying to usurp the power from the Federal Trade Commission. We've put it back where it belongs. So part of this will go back to the FTC, which has always had jurisdiction, to say, all right, now there's apparently abuses. They've gone just a little too far. How do we rein them in? At the same time, a lot of folks do enjoy the fact that somebody is making suggestions to them about, shopping or.
Well, I was not surprised to see the Cambridge Analytica news because, during the election for President Barack Obama, I think that they were brilliant in terms of mining the data. He had such a successful campaign in terms of knowing how to capture as many voters as possible. Even today, it's paying off. They're seeing incredible donations from individuals as a result of that infrastructure that's in place. Let me bring in Dagan McDowell. She's in New York because, Dagan, we've spoken about this a lot in terms of privacy breaches and people unaware of companies, whether it's Uber or others, tracking you without your knowledge.
This all relates back to a 2007 decision that Facebook made that essentially opened up, it's called, you'll hear this phrase a lot, the social graph. This is the web of friend connections, likes, and other information. They opened this up to app developers. They could plug into the Facebook platform and not just track one individual, but what all of that individual's friends were doing. And at the time, this is no longer the case, you didn't even know that this was going on. Two pieces of news to bring you. There are reports out there that CEO Mark Zuckerberg plans to speak out on this issue in the next 24 hours. We haven't heard from him. Again, the crisis management of this so far by the leadership, Sheryl Sandberg and Mark Zuckerberg, has been lax. The Wall Street Journal also reports that Facebook has had a problem with this for many years. In 2010, there was an online tracking firm called Rapleaf that was using Facebook data to build databases of personal information and then selling that data to political advertisers. They collected at the time the information on nearly 500 million people.
Right.
Well, the Wall Street Journal is reporting that the Federal Trade Commission is investigating whether Facebook violated terms of a 2011 settlement, and it could be fined millions and millions of dollars if it indeed Facebook violated the terms of that settlement. Okay, this is according to the Journal, so the hammer's coming down on this company from the users and from the regulators.
And the industry, isn't that right, Congressman?
That's exactly right. And we should come down on it.
Well, come down, though, in what? I mean, how will it change their business, new legislation?
Well, if all of a sudden that they can't be selling this information, that hits their revenue line quite directly, hence the stock price as you're going to see.
Yeah.
I'm confident you will see new legislation coming out, and or the enforcement where it belongs, the FTC, will be coming down on them. So that it's more evident for someone that you're checking a box that's okay.
As a Republican focused on free markets and deregulation, is this an area where the government ought to be getting involved? Should the market settle this out? Should the Washington allow consumers to vote with their feet on Facebook and let Facebook deal this with its own customers?
No, this is something where the federal government should step in, whether it's enforcement through the FTC, because otherwise it's not going to happen.
Enforcement through the FTC or what else?
Well, we have to either do it through legislation, through our committee, Energy and Commerce, or through the enforcement actions of the FTC, which is a government agency, but not necessarily laws.
Mm-hmm. All right, we will leave it there. Congressman, it's great to have your insights on this.
Good to be with you, Maria.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Good to be with you.
Congressman Chris Collins there. We want